Hello dear students, let's do this question. This is from class 10 chapter 3 exercise 3.3. First question is solve the following pair of linear equations by substitution method. First part is x plus y is equal to 14, x minus y is equal to 4. So we have to solve this for x and y and by substitution method. In substitution method, what we do, will take out the value of either x or y from any one of the equation, and then we will fill that value in the another equation. So first of all, we'll name it as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. So let's take out the value of x in equation 1. So we'll write from equation 1, so x will be, y will go in the right hand side, it becomes 14 minus y. Say it as equation number 3. So now we'll fill this value in another equation, that is second equation. So we'll write put equation 3 in 2. So in place of x we will write 14 minus y. So fill here. So in place of x it is 14 minus y, and again minus y is equal to 4. So that implies it becomes here minus y is minus 2y and 4, and this 14 go in right hand side, it becomes minus 14. So it will be minus 2y is equal to minus 10. So minus minus cancelled and we are left with y is equal to, this 2 will go in the denominator, it becomes 10 by 2, that is 5. The value of y is 5. Now this value of y we will fill in any of the equation number 1, 2 or 3. Anywhere you fill you will get the value of x. So I am filling in equation number 3. So we'll write put y is equal to 5 in equation 3. So it becomes x is equal to 14 minus y, y means 5. So x is 9. So x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5 is the solution of this first part. Now let's do the third part. This is 3x minus y is equal to 3 and 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. So I have set these equations as number 1 and number 2. Now what we do, we'll take out the value of either x or y from any one of the equation and we will fill that value in the another equation. So what I do, I'll take out the value of from here, from equation number 1, take out the value of y, then I'll fill that value in equation number 2. So I'll write from equation 1. So suppose I have taken y to right hand side and 3 to this side. So it becomes y is equal to 3x minus 3. This is equation number 3. So I'll fill this y value in equation number 2. So I'll put equation 3 in equation 2. So right here 9x minus 3y, in place of y I'll write 3x minus 3 is equal to 9. Now open the brackets, it becomes 9x minus 3 into 3 is minus 9x, minus 3 into minus 3 is plus 9 is equal to 9. So these 9x and minus 9x will be cancelled. What is left here? 9 is equal to 9. So we'll write which is true, because 9 is equal to 9. So which is true for all values of x and y, for all values of x and y. So it has many solutions. So this pair of linear equation has many solutions, infinitely many solutions, because these are overlapping lines, coincident lines. If you see these lines properly, if you divide this full line with 3, you will get 3x minus y is equal to 3. So these are same equations. If you see it properly, these are same equations. It means these are overlapping lines. And if these are overlapping or coincident lines, then there will be many solutions because they will have many common points. Now let's solve the fourth part. This is 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3. 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3. Say these equations as equation number 1 and equation number 2. So what I do in this equation, first of all, I want to remove the decimal sign here. So if I multiply equation 1 and equation 2 by 10, then this decimal will be removed, because everywhere there is one decimal place. If I multiply by 10, this decimal place will convert in a whole number. So I'll write multiply equation 1 and 2 by 10. So we'll write here multiply by 10, it becomes 2x, because decimal will go one place forward in right hand side, so it becomes 2x, and here it is 3y, and that is 13, and then it becomes in second equation 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. Suppose this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Now what I do, I'll take out the value of either x or y from any one of the equation and then fill that value in the another equation. So from 3 I take out the value of x. So it is, we'll write from 3 I get here 2x is equal to 13 minus 3y. Then x is equal to 13 minus 3y over 2. Suppose this is equation number 5. I'll fill this equation 5 in equation 4. So put equation 5 in equation 4. So let's see what will be. 4 into x. X is 13 minus 3y over 2 plus 5y is equal to 23. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So now 2 into this, that implies 2 into 13 is 26 minus 2 into 3 is 6y plus 5y is equal to 23. Now minus 6y plus 5y is minus y. Take this 26 on the right. So it becomes minus y is equal to minus 3. So minus minus cancelled. So y is equal to 3 is left here. Now I'll fill the value of y as 3 in equation number 5. So put y is equal to 3 in equation, this is 5. So see here, x is equal to 13 minus 3y, so 3 into 3 is 9 over 2. So it becomes 13 minus 9 is 4 over 2, that is 2 answer. So x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 is the solution of this pair of linear equations. Now let's do fifth part. Root x plus root 3y, root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0 and root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. Say these equations as equation number 1 and 2. Now what I do, I'll take out the value of x, either x or y from one equation, and that value we will fill in another equation. So from equation 1 I take out the value of x. So I write from 1, it is root 2x is equal to, this is going to right hand side, becomes minus root 3y. So it means x is equal to minus root 3 over root 2y. Suppose this is equation number 3. I'll fill this value in equation number 2 now. So put equation 3 in equation 2. So see here, root 3, and in place of x I'll write this value, that is minus root 3 over root 2 y is equal to it is minus root 8y. So it is minus root 8y is equal to 0. Now multiply these, it becomes root 3 into root 3 is 3. So minus 3 over root 2y minus root 8y is equal to 0. Now from here we can take y as common. So it becomes minus 3 over root 2 minus root 8 is equal to 0. So y will be equal to, so this full will go in the denominator here because it is multiplied here, so it will go here in the denominator, so as it will divide 0. So 0 divided by something is 0, so it will go here in the denominator. So 0 over minus 3 over root 2 minus root 8, that is a 0. 0 divided by something is 0 only. So now we'll fill this value 0, y value 0 in equation 3. So I'll write here, put y is equal to 0 in equation 3. So it becomes x is equal to minus root 3 over root 2 into 0. So 0 into something is 0. So x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, answer. So this way we will do substitution methods. So thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's solve this question. This is solve 2x plus 3y is equal to 11 and 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24, and hence find the value of m for which y is equal to mx plus 3. So in this question what we do, we have to solve this pair of linear equations first. So we will get the value of x and y from this pair of linear equations. With any of the method we can apply here, substitution method, elimination method and cross multiplication method. Any one method we can apply, and then we'll fill that value of x and y in this equation. X and y we will fill and we will get the value of m from here. So this way we will do this question. So I have given the name of these two equations as 1 and 2. So what we do in substitution method, we take out the value of either x or y from any one of the equation and we will fill that value in the another equation. So from first equation I am taking the value of x. So I'll write from 1 I get 2x is equal to 11 minus 3y will go in the right hand side. So from here you can say x is equal to 11 minus 3y over 2. This 2 will go in the denominator. Suppose this is equation number 3. Now I'll fill this equation 3 in equation 2. So put equation 3 in equation 2. So in place of x I'll fill this value here. So it is 2 into x. So x we have this 11 minus 3y over 2 minus 4y as it is equal to minus 24. So now 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2 will be cancelled. Now take out this, open this bracket, it becomes 11 minus 3y and minus 4y is equal to minus 24. Constant we will take in the right hand side and these two will be here only. So minus 3y minus 4y is minus 7y and minus 24, this will go in this side, it becomes minus 11. So we have minus 7y is equal to, this is minus 35. Minus minus will be cancelled. So we have y is equal to 35 over 7, that is 5. So value of y is 7 here. Now we'll fill the value of y as 5 in equation 3. So we'll write put y is equal to 5 in equation 3. So I get here x is equal to 11 minus 3y, y is 5 here, over 2. So let's see what is x coming. So 11 minus 5 3s are 15 over 2. So it will be minus 11 minus 15 is minus 4 over 2. So x is minus 2. If you cancel this, is minus 2. So now we have given this equation. We have equation is y is equal to mx plus 3. So we'll fill the value of x and y and we'll get the value of m from here. So we'll write put x is equal to -2 and y is equal to 5. Here y is 5, x is -2 in above equation. So we get here y is 5. So 5 is equal to m into x. X is -2 plus 3. So let's see. It becomes here 5 is equal to -2m plus 3. So take this 2m to this side, so it becomes 2m is equal to now 5 in this side, so 3 minus 5. So 2m is equal to, this is -2. So m is -2 over 2, that is -1. So this way we will fill the value of, we'll find the value of m. So thanks for watching. Dear students, let's solve this question. The question is, the difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Find them. So in this question there are two numbers and one number is 3 times the other. It means if I suppose one number as x, then other will be 3 times of it, that will be 3x. And now he is saying that the difference between these numbers is 26. It means bigger number minus smaller number is equal to 26. So bigger number we will have 3x and smaller will be having x. So 3x minus x is equal to 26. So this way we will have a linear equation and we can solve that and can find the value of x. So let's start. So first of all we'll write that let one number be x, so other number will be 3 times of it, so it will be 3x. Now he's saying that the difference between these two numbers is 26. So we'll write, according to question, difference between two numbers is equal to 26. So bigger number minus smaller number will be 26. So bigger number is 3x minus smaller number is x, that is 26 difference. Now we will solve this equation. So 3x minus x is 2x is equal to 26. And from here you can see that x is 26 over 2, that is 13. So it means first number is 13 and second number is 3 times of 13, 3 times x, that is 39. So we'll write, so numbers are 13 and 3 into 13, that is 39. So this way we will do this question and we can check this question also, that whether their difference is 26. So 39 minus 13, that is 26. Yes. And one number is 3 times the other. Yes, it is 3 times. 39 is 3 times of 13. So this way we can check the answers also, whether these are getting this equations satisfied or this statement satisfied or not. So this way we can do. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students. Let's solve this question. The question is, the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degree. Find them. So in this question, two angles are given and the larger angle exceeds the smaller by 18, means larger angle is 18 degree more than the smaller angle. So if I assume smaller angle as x, then larger angle will be x plus 18 degree because it is 18 degree more. And now it is said that these two angles are supplementary. So we know the angles whose sum is 180 degree are called supplementary angles. So we will have these two angles, one angle is x, second is x plus 18. Now their sum should be 180 degree. So this way we will have one linear equation and we will solve this and find the value of x. So let's start. So first of all we'll write, let's assume that first angle is, or you can say one angle is x degree. So other angle is now 18 degree more, so it will be x plus 18 degree. Now we'll write, since these two angles are supplementary, since these two angles are supplementary, so sum of these two will be 180. So x plus, second one is x plus 18 is equal to 180 degree, because sum of supplementary angles is 180 degree. So now it becomes, from here x plus x is 2x, and you can take this 18 to right hand side, it becomes 180 minus 18. So it becomes 2x is equal to 162. Now this way you can find out the value of x. So x will be 162 over 2. It is 81 degree. Hence you can see that first angle is 81 degree. So see, first angle is x, that is 81 degree, and second will be x plus 18. It means 81 plus 18, that is 99 degree. So we'll write, so required angles are, first one is 81 degree and second one is 81 plus 18, that is 99 degree. So these two angles are the required angles. You can check their sums also. So 81 plus 99 is 180, so it is also checked, and one angle is 18 more than the other. So this angle is 18 more than this angle. So we can check our answers also. So this way we can do it. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students. Let's solve this question. The question is, the coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3,800. Later she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1,750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. So there are two cases given. When she buys 7 bats and 6 balls, then rupees is 3,800. It means if I assume cost of one bat as rupees x and cost of one ball as rupees y, then 7 bats cost is 7x and 6 balls cost is 6y. So it means rupees, the equation formed is 7x plus 6y is equal to 3,800. Now similarly, in the second case, cost of 3 bats 3x, cost of 5 balls 5y rupees. So their sum is 1,750. So equation will be formed 3x plus 5y is equal to 1,750. So this way we will have two linear equations, and we will solve these equations with any of the method, like substitution method and elimination method and cross multiplication method. Here we apply substitution method. So let's start the question. So this is written, let cost of each bat be rupees x and cost of each ball be rupees y. So in first case, we'll write here according to question. So in first case 7 bats, so cost of 7 bats will be 7x plus cost of 6 balls will be 6y is equal to total money is 3,800. So this will be our first equation. Now in the second case, she purchased 3 bats, so it will be 3x cost plus 5 balls. So 5 balls cost is 5y is equal to total money is 1,750. Suppose this is equation number 2. Now we'll solve these two equations with substitution method. So from equation 1, we will take out the value of x, and that value we will fill in equation number 2. So let's do. So I'll write from equation 1, 7x is equal to, take this 6y to right hand side, so it becomes 3,800 minus 6y, and from here you can find out the value of x, so it becomes 3800 minus 6y over 7. Suppose this is equation number 3. Now what we do, we'll fill the value, or we'll fill this equation 3 in equation 2. So value of x, this we will fill in equation number 2. So we'll write, put equation 3 in equation 2. So let's see. So it becomes here 3x. So in place of x, I'll write 3800 minus 6y over 7 plus 5y as it is equal to 1750. Now what we do, we'll multiply this 3 with here with 3800 and 6y. So 3 into 3800 will come 11,400 minus 3 into 6 is 18y and over 7 plus 5y is equal to 1750. Now we'll take LCM on both side. LCM in this side, left hand side. So it is 7 is LCM. So 7 ones are 7. So multiply with 1. It is 11,400 minus 18y. Now here 1 is there in the denominator. So 1 sevens are 7. So with 7 you multiply, it is 35y is equal to 1750. Now, so it will be 11,400. Now minus 18y plus 35y is plus 17y, and you can multiply this, cross multiply. So 1750 into 7, it will be 12,250. So you will have now 17y will take this 11,400 to right hand side. So it is 12,250 minus 11,400. So from here you can find the value of y. So it becomes now 17y is equal to, you minus it, this is 850. So y is equal to 850 over 17. 17 ones are 17, 5s 85. So it becomes 50. So value of y is 50. Now we'll fill the value of y as 50 in equation number 3. So we'll write, put y is equal to 50 in equation 3. So let's see what will be there. So it becomes x is equal to 3800 here minus 6 into 50 over 7. So let's see what will be x. So 3800 minus 56 are 300 over 7. So x is equal to, minus it, so it will be 3500 over 7. So you can cancel, 7 ones are 7 5s and 2 0. So x is 500. So it means cost of one ball is rupees 50. So we'll write, so cost of each ball is rupees 50 and cost of each bat is rupees 500. So this way we will do this question. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's do this question. The question is, the taxi charges in a city consists of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. For a distance of 10 km, the charge paid is rupees 105, and for a journey of 15 km, the charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charges and charge per kilometer? How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 km? So if you see the question, there are two types of charges. So first is fixed charge and second is charge per kilometer. Suppose fixed charge is rupees x and charges per kilometer is rupees y. Okay, so suppose I am going for 5 km. So how will I pay money? I'll pay, first of all, I'll give the fixed charge that is to be given. Whatever distance you will travel, this fixed charge is to be given. So that is X plus. If I'm going 1 kilometer, I need to pay 1y. If I'm going 2 kilometers, I need to pay 2y. 3 kilometers, 3y. So 5 kilometer, 5y. So for a distance of 5 kilometer, I need to pay X plus 5y. Suppose I have to go 10 kilometer. So I'll pay for 10 kilometer as fixed charge, so I have to pay plus. For 1 kilometer 1y, 2 kilometer 2y, to 10 kilometer 10y. So for 10 kilometer I need to pay X plus 10y. So in the question it is speaking that for a distance of 10 kilometer the charge paid is rupees 105. It means this is a charge paid for 10 kilometer, so it will be 105. So our first equation will be this. Okay. So suppose now I am going 15 kilometer. So how much I have to pay? Let's see. Now for fixed charge, this X is to be paid. Okay. Plus for 1 kilometer it is 1y. For 2 kilometer it is 2y. For 15 kilometers it is 15y. So this type I have to give money. So it is said that for a journey of 15 kilometer, the charge paid is rupees 155. So it means this is the money paid for 15 kilometers. So that is equal to rupees 155. So this will be our second equation. We will solve these equations, this pair of linear equations, and get the answer. What is the fixed charge and what is the charge per kilometer? So let's start the question. Now let fixed charges be rupees X and charge per kilometer be rupees Y. So charge for 10 kilometer it is given that 105 rupees. So see how we will pay for 10 kilometers. First of all, we'll pay the fixed charge plus for 1 kilometer 1y, for 2 kilometers 2y, for 10 kilometers it is 10y. So is equal to 105. This will be our first equation. Now second that condition is for 15 kilometer it is 155 rupees. So I'll write charge for 15 kilometers is equal to rupees 155. Okay, so how we can pay this? First of all, we need to pay fixed charge plus for 1 kilometer it is 1y, for 15 kilometers it is 15y is equal to 155. This will be our second equation. Now we'll solve these two equations with substitution method. So from 1 we will take out the value of X. So we'll write from 1 or from equation 1, X is equal to 105 minus 10y. This is suppose equation number 3. Now we'll put equation 3 in equation 2 here. So we'll write put equation 3 in equation 2. So it becomes this is X, so we'll write in place of X 105 minus 10y. So it is 105 minus 10y plus 15y is equal to 155. So here y and y it is 15y, it is minus 10y. It becomes here 5y is equal to, take constant term to right hand side. So 155 minus here 105. So here 5y is equal to 155 minus 105 is 50. So y is 50 over 5, that is 10. It means the charge per kilometer is rupees 10. So first of all, we'll fill now the value of y 10 in equation 3. So we'll write put y is equal to 10 in equation this is 3, in equation 3. So y is 10. So here you see y is 10. We'll fill here. So x is equal to 105 minus 10 into y is 10. 10 into 10. So x is equal to 105 minus 100. 10 times 100. So x is 5 rupees. So x is 5 here. So we'll write, so fixed charge is rupees 5 and charge for per kilometer is rupees 10. So this is our answer. Now the charges for 25 kilometers will be x plus 25y, so that is equal to x is 5 plus 25 into 10, because y is 10, so it becomes 5 plus 250, that is rupees 225. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's solve this question. The question is, a fraction becomes 9 over 11 if 2 is added both the numerator and denominator. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 over 6. Find the fraction. So we have one fraction. Suppose numerator is x and denominator is y, then fraction becomes x over y. So first condition is, if 2 is added both the numerator and denominator, it becomes 9 over 11. It means if I add 2 in the numerator, it becomes x plus 2, and 2 in the denominator also, it becomes y plus 2. So the fraction will be x plus 2 over y plus 2. That is equal to 9 over 11 according to question. So this will be our first linear equation. Now for second, he is saying that 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 over 6. Then let's add 3. So fraction becomes x plus 3 over y plus 3, then it will be equal to 5 over 6. So now the second linear equation is having, so we have a pair of linear equations in two variables now, and we can solve this by any of the method. So let's start. First of all, we'll write that let numerator be x and denominator be y. So fraction is x over y. So now first condition is, we'll write according to question. Our first condition is, if 2 is added both the numerator and denominator, it means x plus 2 and y plus 2. Now he's saying that it becomes 9 over 11. It becomes 9 over 11. So equal to 9 over 11. Now we can do cross multiply and we can find the first linear equation here. So cross multiply, we'll multiply with 11 these two. So it becomes 11 into x plus 2 is equal to 9 into y plus 2. So that implies 11x plus 11 2s are 22 is equal to 9y plus 9 2s are 18. So it becomes, we'll bring these variable terms to left hand side. So it becomes 11x minus 9y and constant terms to right hand side. So this is, so it becomes 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So this is our first linear equation. Now again we have, he's saying that if 3 is added to both the numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 over 6. So according to question, again you can write according to question, if x plus 3 over y plus 3, means 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 over 6. Now again we need to do cross multiplication. So 6 into this and 5 into this. 6 into x plus 3 is equal to 5 into y plus 3. So here 6x plus 18 is equal to 5y plus 5 3s are 15. So it becomes, bring these variable terms to left hand side. So it becomes 6x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 18. So it becomes 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. This is our second equation. Now we'll solve these two equations, linear equations, with substitution method. So what we do, from equation 1 we find out the value of x in terms of y. So we'll write from equation 1 we have here 11x is equal to minus 4 plus 9y. So I can write 9y plus minus 4. So x will be 9y minus 4 over 11. So this is suppose equation number 3. Now we'll fill equation number 3 in equation number 2 here. So we'll write put equation 3 in equation 2. So let's see what will be happened. This is 6x, 6, and in place of x we'll write 9y minus 4 over 11 minus 5y is equal to minus 3. So that implies multiply with 6 these two terms. So 9 6 are 54y minus 6 4s are 24 over 11 minus 5y is equal to minus 3. So that implies we'll take 11 LCM here. So 11 1s are 11, so we'll multiply with 1. It becomes 54y minus 24. Here 1 is in the denominator, so 1 11s are, so multiply with 11. So 11 5s are 55. So let's see what will be there. 54 minus 55y. So it is minus y minus 24 is equal to, we can cross multiply 11 here, so it becomes minus 33. So from here minus y is equal to, take this 24 to right hand side, it becomes minus 33 plus 24. So it becomes minus y is equal to minus 9. So minus minus will be cancelled. So the value of y is here 9. So value of y is 9. So now we'll fill the value of y as 9 in equation 3. So we'll write put y is equal to 9 in equation 3. So it will be, see here, x is equal to 9 into y, that is 9 into 9 minus 4 over 11. So it is 9 9s are 81 minus 4 over 11. So 81 minus 4 is 77 over 11. So 11 1s are 11, 11 7s are. So it means x is 7. So required fraction is x over y, that is 7 over 9. So this is our required fraction. So this way we will do this question. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome back in this math class. Let's solve this question. The question is, 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. At 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? So in this type of questions, first of all, the first step is to assume their ages. Suppose the present age of Jacob is x years and the present age of his son be y years. So the ages, let present age of Jacob be x years and the present age of son be y years. Now the first condition is 5 years hence, means after 5 years. Hence means after. So after 5 years, what happened? The age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So we'll first of all assume, we'll find out the ages of Jacob and son after 5 years. Then we will apply this condition that Jacob's age is equal to 3 times that of his son age. And the second condition will be 5 years ago, means 5 years before he is talking about. So we'll find the ages of Jacob and son 5 years ago. And then it is condition is Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. So we'll write the condition that Jacob's age after before 5 years is equal to 7 times the age of the son before 5 years. So first condition, let's see, 5 years hence. First of all, find out the values or ages of Jacob and his son of 5 years hence. So we'll write 5 years hence, heading you can write this, age of Jacob, that is, if present age is x, then after 5 years it will be x plus 5 years. Okay, so age of son, present age is y year, so after 5 years it is y plus 5 years. Okay, so now the condition is, according to question, age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So it means we'll write age of Jacob, that is x plus 5, will be 3 times age of son. This is age of son after 5 years. So from here we have first equation. So let's see what will be the equation here. So it becomes x plus 5 is equal to 3 into y is 3y plus 15. 5 3s are 15. So bring the variables to left hand side. It becomes x minus 3y is equal to 15. This is minus 5 here. So it becomes 10. So this will be our first equation. Now the second condition is 5 years ago. So we'll write the heading here, 5 years ago. So let's see what is age of Jacob. Age of Jacob 5 years ago. Present age is x years. So 5 years ago it will be x minus 5 years. X minus 5 years. And then age of son. Present age is y years. So 5 years before it will be y minus 5 years. So the condition is Jacob's age will be 7 times. Sorry, will be not. Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. So it means Jacob's age, we'll write according to question, Jacob's age will be 7 times that of his son's age, that is y minus 5. This is your second condition. The equation is framed now. It becomes x minus 5 is equal to 7y minus 7 5s are 35. So that implies x minus 7y is equal to, take this minus 5 to right hand side, it becomes plus 5. So minus 35 plus 5. So it will be x minus 7y is equal to minus 30. This is our second equation. Now we'll solve these pair of linear equation by substitution method. So from equation 1 we'll find the value of x. So we'll write from equation 1 we have x is equal to 10 plus 3y. Suppose this is equation number 3. So we'll write put equation 3 in equation 1. So we'll put here now. So it will be, see, it will be put here in equation 2 you put x is equal to 10 plus 3y. So it is here x is there, so we'll put here 10 plus 3y minus 7y is equal to minus 30, and you can solve now here. So it becomes here 3y minus 7y is minus 4y is equal to minus 30, then minus 10 is also there from this side. So it becomes minus 4y is equal to minus 40. So minus minus cancelled. So y is equal to 40 over 4, that is 10. It means the present age of son is 10 years. Now put the value of put y is equal to 10 in equation 3. So let's see what will be there in equation 3. So x is equal to 10 plus 3 into y is also 10. So it becomes x is equal to 10 plus 10 3 is 30. So x is 40. So it means, so we'll write, so present age of Jacob is 40 years and present age of son is 10 years. So this way we can solve this question. Thanks for watching.